Welcome, everybody. This is the DLS Stars Watch Along. Our Stanley Cup playoff coverage is brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy, enjoy responsibly. And by Happiest Hour. Check out Happiest Hour for the best spot to watch the NHL playoffs.
What's going on over here?
Well, I'd like to welcome in for our watch along Bobby Carella, who is our head of content here at DLS Sports and part of our Mavs show.
That's where I'm going. We got a
which I actually am wearing a Mavs shirt tonight.
A basketball guy on a hockey set.
And we have Craig Ludwig, of course. I'm Owen Newkirk. Elijah is our producer, Elijah Smith, who's usually on our Rangers show. And the puck has dropped and Game 6 is underway. And I'm going to finish my leftover spaghetti.
What are the chances that KG will be the first one with some kind of stupid thing to say?
Well, he'll be in the chat, and it won't be stupid.
And we'll be able to hear him.
KG is a sports fan, first off. Thank you guys for having me tonight. I was at Happiest Hour with Luds and Elijah and Abby before this. We were drinking, imbibing, throwing back some wings. It was a great time. And I have been, the last 3 months for us on the Mav show have been pretty grim. I need something to feel good about. I need something to root for. And I've been a Stars fan forever.
We're not talking about hockey, but you came to the right place. There's some Bud Light up in the fridge, Bobby.
I got one right here.
You already got it?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
dude, come on. I'm not wasting time here.
When Sam is here, he brings me a beer.
Oh, did he forget?
Dude.
He didn't forget.
I'll go get you one.
He just didn't.
Just trying to initiate
that's my
the
bad.
new guy.
This is where Owen, we don't talk to him now for the next 3 hours.
That's not true. I can still
He'll
talk.
be taking notes and checking and scoring chances.
Well, I got plenty of questions.
Puck off the wall.
When Trevor was here, which was Game 4, right? Yeah, the game was lousy. But it was nice because I didn't do any note-taking for the first period, and then it took me almost the entire second period to catch up because I tried to catch up watching the game back on Victory. It was not ideal. We got Lyubushkin out there, though. No, just a maintenance day, guys. He's fine.
Do people actually believe anything that's said and anything that goes on in the NHL when it's off days and everything else? It's just nothing. There's nothing there.
Nothing truthful.
Well, now you guys are starting to admit that. Like the whole Miro's in the lineup in Game 4, and now Robo's back. He's almost there. We've changed the status.
Do you think they know exactly when they'll be back and they're just being dodgy, or do you think
I don't think they know exactly when they're going to be back. But if you listen to everything that they say, and then the people that are talking, they'll eventually, because I always hear Robo's day-to-day now. He's not day-to-day, because if you listen to what Pete said, because I listened to it on the way here, his last thing that he said about him, he still has some hurdles to get over. Well, you don't say that when somebody's going to be back in 2 days from now. So hurdles are the steps, the process that they have to. Now, Miro, I think Miro's probably knocking on the door.
Still think not this round.
What's that?
I still think not this round.
No, I don't either. I think that's what I mean by knocking on the door.
When you were bumming me out talking to me about that yesterday.
Right. I wouldn't be utterly surprised if Miro showed up in a Game 7, but I think that the plan is not. I don't even know if he'll be ready for Game 1 if the Stars get to the next round.
Yeah, and again, that's why don't just throw him into Game 7 because it's Game 7, because the last thing you want is for him to not be where he can be who he's supposed to be, because he's going to want to, I believe that he's not going to come back and say, I can get you 13, 14 minutes, because then my answer would be, well, then you're not playing. Because if you don't think that you can come out and play your 27 minutes, then, as much as we want you, we want you in here, but
Now, I did hear an argument that Miro at 12 minutes of health, which is an arbitrary number from one fan, is that better than Alex Petrovic at 12 minutes? And I'd say they're completely different players. Now, obviously, Miro is a different talent level.
It depends on what you need.
But Petro, I think, has been really good with Bischel as being a physical body around his own net.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that, and again, I haven't dialed into it, but there's no oh my God chances going on around with them two guys on the ice.
Which, at the end of the regular season, when Bischel was playing with Dumba, there were some, this doesn't look so great numbers.
The thing with Dumba, and again, good, bad, however you want to word it, is he's a little bit more of a wild horse.
Mm-hmm.
Where Petro and Leon, they are, where they are. They're basically stay-at-home defensemen. And that doesn't mean that they don't get up in the play, because Bischel will get up in the play. But for the most part, they're going to be, cemented in front of their goaltender, where I think there's times when Dumba gets a little loose and again, that it's the same. It's a phrase that's saying, guys that can skate well, and your feet can get you into just as much trouble they can get you out of. And sometimes you start to wander a little bit and you try to jump in, and next thing you know, you're not in the good areas of the ice. You're in the corner when you should be in front of the net and all that other kind of stuff.
And don't you like that there's a little bit more of a stay-at-home guy with Bichel, so if he does want to get up in the play a bit, which he does at times, you're not as worried as, Dumba might also be up in the play, whereas Petro's definitely coming back.
Well, and Petro generally doesn't leave.
That's what I mean.
That's the thing is when they come back into the defensive zone, how many times we've seen or shown little mistakes where defensemen want to get outside the middle of the ice. And Leon's been in part of them, but I think he continues to get better. But very rarely do you see Petro on the outside of the faceoff dots. He's going to be where he's that kind of guy that says, there he is right there. I know where they're coming to. They're going to be in this area of the ice at some point, and so I'm not going to get myself caught on the outside.
I mean, he's averaging, according to the graphic here, about 14 minutes of ice time in this playoff series, and that's an important figure because you remember last year there was a stretch where, and again the year before, where Nils Lundqvist was playing 2-3 minutes, and wasn't that there wasn't the trust there. I think Nils took a step this year, but taking 14 minutes off your top two pairs is important. And then he scores a goal the other night, and that's just even more better.
And see, the big thing is let's say Miro comes back in Game 7. Okay, let's just say everything lines up well, and he can play in Game 7. How are you going to allocate the power play?
Still keep Harley on the top.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping, is you just keep Harley there. Things have, we've seen it's a little more direct, and they're getting some more chances.
And I don't mind
Miro
Essa
can
as the number
absolutely
two.
pick up 15, 20 seconds at the end.
I don't mind Essa being the second power play guy, but because of how much time he's on the PK, Miro in there for Essa is a good thing.
Well, if Miro's on the end of the power play, he's going to add a little bit more creativity than Essa will. So
I'm loving Nicholas in the chat. Is there a game on? I'm 7 beers deep, and I wanted to watch a Stars game. First off, you pre-gamed correctly. Hopefully you were at the happiest hour, still are. But no, we're watching the game. We can't show you the game, but you're doing it the right way.
Yeah, turn your TV on, turn the sound down, and listen to us. I don't know why you do that, but
I made a little sleeper play tonight, and I had mikkorantanen more than 2.5 shots on goal. Feel pretty good. I would think, or maybe it's even 3.5.
Only play you made?
Well, no, I'll run through mine. I just didn't want to contradict yours.
That's okay.
I did go to Old Reliable though. I got Essa more than 2.5 shot blocks. Block shots.
John picked that tonight.
Yeah. So Mikko more than 2.5 shots on goal. Lindell more than 2.5 blocks, and then McKinnon more than 0.5 assists.
Is it 0.5 points or assists?
Assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can either go goals or assists with him. And
usually if there's a goal scored by Colorado, odds are he's in on it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Joe.
Joe who?
Oh, you're going to catch Elijah.
Is it Joe Pavelski?
I believe it was Joe Pavelski.
It's that little silver bell right in front of you.
There it is. Ding. Oh, you can do a live bell too.
Yeah. We got him confused now. There you go.
Yeah. Is John the only producer of the 4 main DLS shows that puts himself on camera regularly?
Tanner will hop on every now and then.
Elijah, are you a off-camera guy?
He's an off mic too, man. Come on.
Elijah and I were just talking when we got done with the pregame show. I said, you need to find out where that button is. I like it when you guys are on.
Yeah. I think it adds something.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you're part of the show.
Yeah, it brings just more banter.
Luds, I apologize for leftover microwave broccoli. Usually not the best smelling of vegetables.
That's all right. Sam's not here. Everything smells fine.
I know it's early. This looks a lot like Stars' performance in Game 3 in Colorado, doesn't it?
Oh. So based on the last game, with the way that you could kind of see it dribbling down Blackwood's leg, especially in the second period and into the third.
It's a good way to put it.
Would you just come in and just throw as much garbage on goal as you can?
Yeah, but it's not about just throwing that there. There's got to be people going there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They've kind of been. I think Dallas has done a hell of a lot better job in the playoffs than they do during the regular season, getting people going to the net. They don't make the extra pass when they get below the tops of the circles in the offensive zone. They play a little bit more direct, which, it takes a little indecision away from the guys that don't have the puck. They pretty much know here's what we're doing, and I think for a goaltender too, it's like, here they come. I know they're coming to the net. Where sometimes if you don't have that kind of team that plays that way, you think you have a little bit more time to find the rebound.
Tell you what, lads, I know it was just one play, but rookie Oscar Beck winning a defensive zone draw against Charlie Coyle, that'll make the coaches happy, right?
Oh, boy.
Well, as far as the first 5 minutes, Dallas done a good job. There's been no sustained time, and the crowd can't get into it as much as they would if there was 8-9 shots up there and they're all over them.
Look at the shots, 5-3 stars. I mean, again, that's only part of the story, but Colorado, 6 minutes in, well, maybe I shouldn't speak too soon. That was definitely number 4.
Well, and sometimes when you're the home team and you're down a game and you're on the brink, you play the game not to lose, and that's a total wrong way for
A little
team
cautious.
To play. Yeah, I mean you don't throw everything in the kitchen sink at it and say let's go get the first couple goals, and because you don't want to give up that first goal. Definitely a lot of advantage being up have that game 3 and play in their building and know if you have to go home, you got it. But the pressure is all on them.
Oh.
I think that was off speed. I don't. It sure looked to me like that was an off-speed shot for some reason, and Jake got right on it, and I'm thinking it hit something. No. Who was I talking about in the pregame show?
Valentin.
Yeah. Well, better shut up. See, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Hits it.
Oh, my God.
Who does that hit in the middle? That's hit somebody in the middle of the ice, right?
I think it hit Labushkin's
Right here.
skate.
No, right here.
Or is that, no, it's the
No,
heel.
it hits him in the skate. Hits him in the skate.
Was that a missed shot, Luds, or a pass?
No, it got no. It got tipped and then
What, but I'm saying
then
off
it
of
got tipped
Michutin's
again.
stick. Was that a deflection, like a block?
Yeah, it bounced around twice. First, it hits the shaft of Essa, and then I think it hits Labushkin
right in the
back
skate.
of the skate. So it caught both defensemen before it goes in.
And it sucks to give up a cheapie like that.
That's kind of like a bing bong. It's just pinballs around.
It's an absolute pinball.
I didn't like the. I mean, obviously you can't contain everybody all the time, but Landeskog did just walk it right into the zone. There was no resistance at all, and then it's just easy tic-tac-toe.
Well, and what you talk about is getting as a defenseman, your gap doesn't start on the way back. Your gap as defenseman starts as the play is moving towards the offensive zone. So you follow it up close so that when it turns over, you have a gap.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks so. You got to get a gap and you try to control it as you're going back. But if you get up with the play, you'll have a good gap on the way back. And now you're going to have to deal with a little more fan noise, all that kind of stuff.
We got a technical difficulty showing us crowd shots instead of the commercial break, though, lads.
It's good airtime for that couple, though.
Yeah, a couple of Stars fans.
And you know what? They're not going to breaks, which is okay with me.
You were stuck on camera for 2 minutes after one of the worst events of your life just unfolded. Pretty low moment, but there's a lot of people saying this in the chat too. Like, just there's been so many bounces and caroms, and like there's just been a lot of like lucky goals by both teams really in this series. And given like how much skill there is, are you surprised that it has come down to just random bounces like that, or is that to be expected?
I think it's because in the playoffs everything tightens up, so your checking tightens up, and you try to get numbers. In other words, try to get bodies in all the areas, so it's more difficult to not allow like a 1-on-1 to happen, a 2-on-1. You almost want to make sure it's a 2-on-3 in your favor. And so now when you bring more people into the equation,
there's more traffic.
Now what happens is the guy that's got the puck is like, I can't make an extra pass because it won't get through, so I start directing things to the net.
Yeah.
And now when you get an extra body there, it'll bounce off of this, bounce off of that. But the other side of it, like on that last goal, the reason that those two defensemen for Dallas were where they were is because people without the puck were driving to the net.
Yeah.
So now they have to engage with them to kind of hold them up. So now instead of having one pair of skates in the way, now there's two pair on one side and two pair on the other. I'm telling you, when you just play more direct, you just have a better opportunity for good goals to go in, sloppy goals to go in.
Jake looks like he's tracking the puck well in the first 7+ minutes.
I do like Owen. I appreciate that you're wearing black tonight. It's a closeout game. I don't know if that's a hockey thing, but in basketball, you wear black to a closeout game.
It's a funeral, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the deal. Luds, I think you missed the memo, but you do look nice, I got to say.
I was going to a function for you guys.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
function.
that.
He's definitely wearing a happiest hour shirt.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like
you look,
Dracula.
It's smart cash, you know?
The only thing is I should have worn black because it seems that there's some kind of mustard sauce on my shirt somewhere. And I don't even like mustard sauce.
No?
Yeah, I don't know how it got on there.
The cheese from the pretzel?
Oh, that's what it, no, it was.
Or the cheese from the nachos?
It was the nachos. That's what it was. Those things were drenched.
I mean, you were pretty haphazard with that bucket of nachos.
Yeah, I was. Wait till you got to get over there and take the bucket off the top of the nachos.
Oh, the video looked great. You couldn't wait to knock it over, though.
What?
You were ready to smash the thing
over.
over.
I kind of wanted to, but they kind of fell off. There's a lot on there. They fell off one side of it.
It's a big-ass plate of nachos.
I didn't knock over the Bud Light towers, though.
I bet you did not.
No. They were...
You treated that
wrapped,
like...
they were wrapped in bubble wrap.
Yeah. Like it was a China shop.
It's 9 minutes in, and I'm already uncomfortable with what's going on.
Oh my god!
Should I be panicked, or is it all right?
You must be a Mavs fan. So how
pipe down? All right.
So
nothing
you did
from
find
you.
him. You're finding him now.
Nothing from you, guy.
What? So what's the consensus now that? And I'm the last guy that knows anything about basketball. I just seen highlights this morning.
All right.
That the Lakers are knocked out.
They are.
I know, but
it's making me emotional.
You know that. Huh? This is like the second time you've made a basketball reference.
You weren't locked into the action on TNT last night
this morning with my dog, and then they had I had ESPN on, and I heard something about. No, it was about LeBron.
Okay,
I don't know what it was. Something about LeBron.
Unclear if he's coming back at this point.
LeBron? Who doesn't know? Come on.
No. I know you know who LeBron is. I'm surprised you knew that the Lakers got eliminated.
That's what they were talking about this morning. Yeah. Did they get throttled?
No, I mean they lost 4-1, but
It's not good.
Most of the games did come down to the last few minutes, but the Lakers are just so small. I mean, the Wolves are a lot bigger than them, so it's just big dudes go to the basket, and if we miss it, just get the rebound and lay it back
was
up.
that who the fight was with? Some dad and
No,
that was
that was in Milwaukee and Indiana. Yeah.
okay. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton's dad.
Yeah, I can't. Whatever. I saw somebody's name on there.
Oh,
Petro looking for his second goal.
Second. I don't think he got his first, did he?
Yeah, he did. They credited.
Did they
to
give
him.
it back to him?
Yep, they did.
Oh.
but yeah, he got the smart idea to just walk on the court after his son's team knocked
Somebody's
Giannis
got
out.
a name on there about this long. And I think that's one of the
Antetokounmpo,
Bucks,
yeah.
right?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Was that all in one name or?
Giannis is his first name. Antetokounmpo is his last name. Antetokounmpo.
Oh, so you got to roll your tongue on that one.
Antetokounmpo.
Oh.
It's easy.
M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P.
So anyway, the Pacers had a meeting with him today with Tyrese's dad and said, you can't come to the games anymore. And if I had to guess, Rick Carlisle, who's the coach of the Pacers, used to coach the Mavs. I bet Rick had some strong words for his dad. Rick is a no-nonsense kind of fellow. And he will definitely let you know how he's feeling about stuff. He's from up by where you're from, Owen.
Milwaukee?
No, where Owen's from. So he was.
New England.
Oh, that'd be out east.
I think he's from Maine, or maybe I think he's from Maine. Went to college at Virginia, but grew up like Northeast. Played most of his career in Boston. Coached in New York.
Big Celtics back in the day, the heyday of that Bird, Parrish,
Yeah.
DJ, McHale.
The heroes of your childhood.
Oh. It's the second pro team that I was into because the first was the Red Sox, and then I discovered the Celtics pretty close after that.
What about the Bruins?
See, we didn't get Bruins games on TV for the longest time because
Oh.
we didn't have cable when I was really little.
Oh, okay.
And then because they didn't have the cable line down our driveway. So it was in town, but we couldn't get cable. So
Yeah.
then we got DirecTV when I was in high school, I think. And then I watched a lot of Bruins games. But before that, very little.
Cat's in the chat. What's up, Cat?
I thought somebody walked in the door.
Oh no, Cat's in the chat over there.
Yeah. I hear that happen, and I look to see who walked in. I forget about the chat thing.
You should always read chat. Always.
As we're getting a few more guys in front of Ottinger. Apparently some guys got the message. So what did Kat have to say? Did she say anything interesting or what happened? Oh. Call me for 2 hours and knows.
You're a ball knower.
Wait, when did we hang out for 2 hours?
At the happiest hour, and then
I was
here.
there like 45 minutes.
Yeah, but what about here?
It did seem like 2 hours though, hanging out with you for 45.
Oh, wow, jeez. I'm used to other people being the target of your abuse, all right?
You like it when he makes fun of John and Sam better?
yeah, that's way more fun. Way more fun. Matthew says they're lacking some intensity so far again. Is that what you see, or do you see just
I don't see that right now. Again, you have to expect a little pushback from the other team. So, and I just wonder how they're approaching the game and making sure that they're not
I forgot
taking
the
penalties.
commercials get louder than the game.
we got Vanessa Carlton playing over the
I had to mute. I forget I have to mute Victory Plus because they,
Are these some
their
of the
volume
animal
goes up.
things that you guys were talking about the other day? They're showing games like with animation.
That's not. This is
Phenomenator,
just
Phenomenator.
That's Jake's commercial.
Whose commercial?
Ottinger. It's the phenomenon.
Whoa!
I don't ever watch commercials. Ever. I can't stand commercials.
What's on your iPad right now?
Commercials.
The game.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not watching it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't stand them. I hate
Okay.
them. I don't watch, and I don't think I ever watch a TV show.
Well, I always watch the ad breaks on the DLS podcasts.
Yeah,
of course, because they're brilliant.
I get to read a couple of them.
Yeah. No, and yours are always great.
Oh yeah.
What the kids say, Luds, is so Colorado's coming out real aggro. Obviously, their season's on the line, so the Stars have to match their freak.
I get it. I understand. That's their freak.
You got to dial it up.
I don't know if that's a hockey phrase. That's not really a hockey phrase.
I've
is
never
it?
heard that in hockey
No.
before.
Other sports, maybe. That sounds like a basketball phrase. I don't know if it's a football phrase.
It's not really used in sports very often, and I'm not
It's
going to lie.
Well, then
No.
what the hell did you tell me for?
Use it in the streets. Use it while you're out and about.
Use it in the street?
Yeah, just while you're hanging out
you're
with
talking
people.
about street thugs now? Is that what
No,
we're talking
I'm
about?
just talking about using it in the wild
Bobby,
with
we try to keep a clean
among
show
your
here.
friends.
We're not talking about things outside the building, except for places that start on fire next to us. I heard they're out of business now.
Are-
They're not even coming around.
You
No
talking about
way.
Hooters?
Abby said that.
Hooters?
Yeah, said they're selling it or something.
Is that
No
because the
way.
dumpster was on fire?
I don't know. I
They
don't know.
just were
they're
constructing
waiting
that
for the insurance
months.
claim to come through.
that.
I
Would,
have no idea.
Maybe that was
well,
the sign. The
Hooters in
dumpster-
general, I think, filed Chapter 11, but I think that
Oh, maybe
location's
that's
still
what she was
opening.
talking about.
Yeah, I think they're still opening, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know what Chapter 11 means.
See, they have picked up their level here in the last 4 or 5
As you'd
minutes.
expect.
No, I expect it to kind of go away as the halfway mark of the first period goes.
Did you?
Yeah, because you kind of, you settle in, you know what's coming, and a little pushback. Yeah, they're getting guys moving.
Oh my
Ooh.
God, Jesus!
See, now this is looking more like the second period from the last time they played in there.
Yeah.
This part of the game. But as long as they're on the inside, they're good. Everything's on the perimeter right now. Dallas hasn't got down to the other end and tested Blackwood too much.
Ooh,
Nice puck support,
Yeah,
though.
that 29 is pretty good.
Oh. Boy, Bishel getting back there to be physical, though, it didn't hurt.
oh, I feel like I've heard Josh say McKinnon with speed like 150 times this series. That dude flies.
He's unbelievably fast. See, Elijah, I'm on it now.
See, Bobby, here's how you learn.
All right,
This is in front of their net, right?
goalie can't see S.
Yeah, but where are the two Dallas Stars guys?
Well, one is in front of the goalie, and the other one is
This one's out
kind of
here.
hanging out.
You see the two dark jerseys?
Yeah, on the
of
inside.
green jerseys?
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not what you want.
You want to get on the inside of these
you need
guys?
them to be on the inside of that.
Okay,
That's part of what's happening.
because you can't really. I mean,
Well,
I
you
guess
can't
if
get
you're
to
like
the
on the
net.
outside of the net, you can't really
well,
deflect the puck.
because what happens is out further, the guy that's got the puck, they know that they only have a split second to get it up.
Yeah.
So as defenseman, you just hold them guys out a little bit because there's pressure on that puck area, so they know it's going to come there, and then that way the goaltender gets a clean look, and there's no rebounds.
So is
and-
that just getting down and dirty and just trying to outmuscle the dude?
Again, it's style too.
Yeah.
Like, Colorado plays a little bit different than Dallas does. So, but they are, I think well, when you look at Bishel and Petrovic as pairs, they do a good job of sealing guys out.
Mm.
The other four sometimes are a little bit different. I think Labushkin, CC try to do that. Essa does it. But
He might be. I mean, so I grew up like I was a kid whenever y'all won the cup. So I would go into all those games. Obviously,
why does
loved.
everybody always have to throw that line in? Everybody always has to
Well,
throw
don't
that
you hear
line
it
in.
even
no,
more?
it's important
I
for
was
my.
a kid when you won the cup.
It's important
I
for
was in
my
second
story
grade when you
because
won the cup.
my upbringing was based around terrible Mavs teams and incredible Stars
I think you
teams.
should just start with Lud's you're old.
No,
Yeah,
and
no
then go
shit.
from there.
Luds, you're a legend. But
Yeah.
anyway, so like that team
Like a
will
polite way
forever
of saying
hold,
you're
like the
old.
whole roster will hold a special place in young Bobby Carella's heart. But as far as like my adult years, I think Essa might be my favorite star. He's just so good.
Yeah, and
He's so good.
quiet,
Yeah.
consistent, nothing flashy. Just again, I say effective and efficient, and
He's just awesome. I really like Rupe too. He's so fun to watch.
yeah, he's got some speed on him, don't he? My thing behind. I hate these commercials where you can't fast forward through anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't like seeing Emmett 6 times a night or period.
Hey, he'll be right down.
He should be coming around the corner here. Oh, Ben made an appearance. I'm not in
Ooh,
your
drama
spot. Don't look
unfolding.
at me.
Something is amiss.
Hey, who's driving the Lucid out there every day? Is that yours, Elijah?
I think it's someone with the restaurant downstairs, I believe. I hear good things about Lucid
My
cars.
buddy sells them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much business with you on Mike Ludd.
He actually
but I know someone that works there actually.
he actually mapped out my route if I was driving one of them cars. We were at a golf tournament a couple weeks ago. And I said, I don't know how people drive them, you know, especially long distance, because you get to find apparently where you.
Yeah, where to charge up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture. He goes, here, I mapped out where all the places are. All it was is a bunch of blue dots for like 1,400 miles.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's way easier now than it was like
3 days to get there. How many times do you have to stop? And
well, I mean it depends
unless
on
you find a supercharger one.
Yeah. But
then
it
it's still
depends
an
on how
hour.
you're driving. I mean, how often are you driving 1,500 miles, you know? 'Cause
Well,
I think most
it
EVs
seems like
now are
daily around here.
yeah. Most EVs now though are like 250 to 300 miles on a charge. I mean, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good amount.
He's coming in.
But yeah, my sister actually works for Lucid, so I was very excited
Oh,
seeing
really?
that car downstairs. Yeah,
Howdy, boss.
she probably knows your buddy, if I had to guess. Small world. Wait a minute.
Matt?
Are you buddies with my sister? Is my sister your buddy?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, Matt Canavan, who used to be president and everything with the Allen Americans, is
Oh, okay.
the Lucid dude.
We got some business dealings going on just off camera right now. That seemed important. Should we be scared?
No,
Okay.
don't be scared.
Thank
Should I
God.
go home now?
Also, no.
Kat tells me to ask you about man instead of zone, Luds.
Oh,
Well, she
why?
knows-
She wants to get me wound up.
She knows how to get you started.
I've seen the video breakdowns. I know how much you hate it.
Yeah. I don't disagree that there's time and place for it, but my problem is that when you play it so much, you just grab your guy and you don't look around to see what's happening when
Yeah.
there's a breakdown.
Yeah.
So if you're my partner and you fell down, I should know that I have to help you out instead of I just go skating into a corner.
Yeah, your head is literally turned away from the action.
Yeah. I don't understand some of that, but they want to tap dance with that system right to the finals. I'm more than happy.
LFG.
See, I like this. They're tight. Now they lost a guy. See how somebody loses somebody coming to the net there? That's the problem. Is they're man on man. CC had somebody else, and all of a sudden the guy that somebody else had was
Yeah, because
racing back
Marchman is
to
on the
front of net.
ground.
Yeah, and you've got to be able to pick that up.
Yeah. Then, like, coming out of a scrum like that, how do you even communicate who's got who?
You have to make sure you're on the outside of it.
Oh, that was nasty. Oh, my God, that was nasty. 18 shots on goal.
And they still got 2 minutes left. It's not even about the shots on goal as much as it is. Yeah, like, see Wyatt now is just throwing pucks to the net.
Oh.
He knows.
They haven't really had a lot of zone time at all, have they?
No, well, not sustained zone time. Like, it's more like one and done kind of stuff when you see the Avs get in there and they find ways to spend a little bit more time in there. And then what happens with that is now the same guys are running around in their own zone, and when the pucks broke out, they need to change.
Yeah, they're gassed, yeah.
And then it ultimately ends up being where you're... Shit. Okay. I'm guessing that, yeah. I was going to say, Makar has to figure in something.
Well, my plus minus is very, very, very bad. Very bad.
Boy, that just worked out well.
But the problem is look at the middle of the ice. Look at the room that Cale Makar has to take this shot.
Yeah, he came
look
down
at
the
this.
slot.
There's nobody in front. Even though it's a broken play, it should not get through. CC lets this guy go because he's staring at the net, so he never even sees Lehkonen.
It's very much like Game 5. Like, the Stars kind of got two cheapies like that. And the Avs get two now, too, where it's, like, just broken.
But that's just because it's a barrage of zone time.
Yeah.
You know? And as Razor said, looks like they're drinking out of a fire hose because they're tired. They spent all that time in their own zone. Everybody's lucky that John's not here because he'd be over here and we'd be raking down 2 goals.
You would. Be screenshots galore, Elijah.
Do you guys do that, Elijah? Do you guys do the screenshot thing? What do you do? Like put a basketball in the middle of the air or something like that?
Well, he does the baseball show.
Oh, you do baseball. Well, you can't. That's hard too. Oh, by the way, speaking of baseball, sorry to interrupt myself and you. What happened to the dude that fell out of the stands? No, yesterday.
In Pittsburgh.
Did you see that?
No.
Oh,
last I heard was they took him to the hospital, and then they didn't have any updates from that.
Damn,
I don't think
I want to see it
he
now.
was not on the upper balcony, but on the right field
they
line.
said he fell more than 20 feet.
And it was
Whoa.
like a loop-de-loop out of the stands.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And landed on the warning track. Did he hit the top of the wall, too?
I didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
What I saw was kind of from a distance.
Yeah.
You know, and you could see him kind of do a couple
It wasn't pretty.
half gainers on the way down. Yeah, it was. What team was it? Was it Pittsburgh?
It was
No.
Pittsburgh.
Was it
Pirates?
in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Why is it?
Oh, my God. Oh, wow.
I mean,
Okay,
how
yeah, he
did you
fell
find
really
that so
far.
fast? I don't get it.
Internet,
how people do
lads.
this stuff.
Pull up your favorite app and just search Pittsburgh fan.
Really?
Hey,
Whoa.
look at that.
Turn it inside out.
It's got the Madonna.
And guess what he forgot?
I'm going to go I'll go grab you one. Don't
He
worry.
forgot the 2 Eiffel Towers of Bud Light. What? Yeah. No, we're not. We're
done
down
yet.
by 2. What do you mean we're up? Didn't you just look at the score?
He's talking about up on the watch along.
Oh. Oh.
Ladies
Hey,
and
how
gentlemen, please welcome the GM of DLS wearing a Mike Madonna Minnesota North Stars jersey.
That
GM
is like
Ben.
one of the most iconic jerseys.
Ben
It's one of
Rebstock.
the best ever.
Yeah.
So the party
What's your
can start
favorite
now.
jersey?
My favorite jersey.
Any sport.
Oh, any sport.
Yeah, any sport.
Jeez.
Don't you have a favorite? I don't have favorites. I don't know, but most people do.
You know, being a Cowboys fan, I like the throwback classic Cowboys, like the white and blue that we'll wear on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving sometimes. Not the silver at all. This is like the old school when they first came to Dallas in the 60s look. Hockey, I hate to admit it, but the all blue Toronto, I kind of really like.
Over Montreal.
Huh.
Over the Canadians.
Are they a hockey team? Who are they?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Do you not just say
Sorry,
Toronto?
I'm just
he is
kidding. I'm
trolling
kidding.
you,
Unbelievable.
Luds.
just taking a shot at the Canadians.
Why? They've only got 27 cups. Actually,
Yeah,
more
but
than
there
that,
were like
28.
3 teams in the league when they won most of, except for yours. Yours
you
counts.
talking
Yours
about?
was awesome.
In the 70s? Like 5 in a row, I think.
Oh, and this is easy to draw him off sides like this. This is gonna be
It's
fun all
super
night.
easy.
All night long.
It is super easy.
Yeah, you won't win a lot of these.
No. Also, the one that I also love is the all green North Stars. The green top, green pants, green socks, up and down. I love that look.
You're talking about the whole outfit.
The whole outfit, the top to bottom, all green. I'm a fan of the solid color.
Yeah, you don't want too much bling bling going on.
No, like a team when they do the same color up top
I was
and
supposed
bottom
to
and
do
the
this.
socks. I think it's a good
How
look.
about when there's a big Yeti or a mammoth, whatever you want to call it? What's a mammoth going to be with the tusks?
With the tusk.
what they're
I'm
gonna have to do?
disappointed about not having the Yetis. I
am
I
too.
like mammoth though. It's better than just like I don't need another like tiger
Well, they were talking
or
about
some other.
Wasatch, which is the mountain up there.
Do you guys want to
no.
do our reset?
We can do
Now
our
a good
reset.
time to
Are we
do
ready
that?
for our reset?
All right,
What's
so
that
end of one period. Obviously, you see the score at the top of the watch longs, 2-0 Avalanche. We have to do a quick technical reset. So we're gonna go away for a second, but we're coming right back with a new link. So go to the DLS YouTube page. You'll see it. It's gonna pop up, and we're gonna have a new link as we continue here on the Stars watch along of Game 6.
We'll tweet it out in a second as well. So
We'll
we'll
tweet
get
it
all
out.
there.
Find it. It won't be
Lutz
very
has
long.
no
We'll be
idea
back.
what's going on right now.
Luds, now you've
I
say
have.
it.
We all silly like the mayor.